You guys haven't heard from me in a while. I've been trying to upload videos, but well, they're not uploading fast enough. So I'm gonna give you a short update on what's going on out here. Lately, there's no description to this video, by the way. All right. And if you don't know me, I garden, I have chickens, I have quail. Wow. I do solar, but I haven't done any solar panel updates lately. How are you doing, my Renaissance grandma? Um, and what else do I do? I pretty much do it all. Lately, I've been putting up fences and I've been selling a lot of fertilized eggs to people around the Austin area. So um, it's strange. Initially, or putting up chickens for purchase. Planning with Gigi, how you doing? Good morning. So I was putting up set for sale, Diary of a Fat Girl, how you doing? So I was putting up chickens for sale initially, but they were buying them too fast. So I had to stop because I was pretty much running low, and the ones that I have right now are not laying. So I had to slow down because then I wouldn't have any eggs for myself. But it's strange how the tides turn so quickly. How you doing, SNS? I think. I hope I said that right. Um, it's strange how the tides turn. I went to the supermarket and it's about $7 a dozen for a dozen of eggs, and I started selling fertilized eggs for $7 a dozen. Hote Robinson, how you doing? And do you know that people are purchasing eggs and they're asking for more than I can supply? Yesterday I met a guy and I gave him 5 dozen eggs. Um, and then he called me and he says, my brother wants 10 dozen eggs. Well, I don't have 10 dozen eggs right now. Luckily, I left some out. I was getting ready to put those in the refrigerator because my eggs are fertilized. I have roosters. As long as you have roosters, you'll have fertilized eggs. Um, but they're buying them up because, and now I know why. I went to Callahan's yesterday and I went to Track TSC. TSC those are the two stores that I go to in the Austin area. And there were no chickens left. None. No bantams, hardly any. Planning with Gigi, wondering where you got what got your Jamaican cherry tree. I got that on Amazon. I should have put a link on there, and if I didn't, I will. I'll go back to that video and put it on there. Yeah, I bought it on Amazon, and it was a type in. What did I type in? If you look for tissue culture, that's what it was, because you saw how super small they were. So I went to Callahan's yesterday. There were no chickens. I mean, there were chickens. There were roosters. There were no hens. Roosters and hens. Mystical front yard gardener, how you doing? So there were roosters there. Tampa Creek, Homestead, and more, how you doing? There were roosters there, but there were absolutely no chickens. And you know how a lot of schools have those 4-H programs where they bring kids there and they teach them about animals? Well, I guess Mr. Callahan, or whoever, whatever his last name is, he put in an emergency order, and this guy showed up with a truckload of chickens. This had to be a local guy, and I heard them counting just before the kids came in. And there were a lot of kids, and they were coming in one after another yesterday. And I was like, oh my gosh. The reason why I was there is because I was telling the guy the 5 dozen eggs. And when I went there, I went back to get another sea breed, what is it? Sea Skylark? I forget. The little chicken, bantam chickens that I had. And I left the roosters there because I was like, oh, it's $40. Nobody's going to buy that thing. Well, he's gone. All of them are gone. All of them. The only thing they had left before that guy delivered, because I was there for a while, was roosters, ugly roosters. I don't know what they were, and rabbits, and a couple of goats. And that place usually has 1,000 chickens. So then I was like, okay. So I sold the guy the 5 dozen eggs, right? Fertilized eggs. I don't sell eggs for eating because I don't want them to, I don't wash my eggs. When I sell them, I don't wash them, I refrigerate them, and they're fresh from the chicken, less than a week old. way less, maybe 3 days old. So after I sold to the guy, I went back in there, and that's when they were putting the truckload of chickens showed up, and there was maybe 200 chickens that were being sold, and I don't think they'll be there long. People are buying, they're buying that stuff. And at Callahan's, they had chicks. They're selling one chick for $10. Hope Robinson, I know a young lady selling her fertilized eggs for $60 a day. Where are you? Where are you? She's robbing people. They better lay the golden egg. My goodness. $60. It has to be a special chicken. It has to be a special. Now, if there's a specialty bird, yeah. So that brings me to another thing. While I was in Callahan's, they had some pigeons in there, right? And you know, Jamerica, Miss Jamerica likes pretty things, right? I'm a sucker for a pretty face. Hope Robinson, Memphis, Tennessee. Really? This $60? That's too much. They have to be specialty birds. No special chicks. Really? Wow. Wow. So I'm selling my eggs for $7 a dozen because that's how much they're going for in the store. But they're not, those are not, well, they may be fertilized eggs, but they've been refrigerated. If you refrigerate the eggs, it kills the embryo and it just becomes food. But if you don't refrigerate your eggs, you can hatch them. If they're fertile, they'll hatch. So he bought 5. I gave him an extra dozen because I wasn't sure, because I had to drive far to Callahan's. And it was a rough road because I take back roads. So I gave him an extra dozen. He was so happy. So he calls me and he says his brother wants 10 dozen. Well, I don't have 10 dozen. So hopefully I'll have some. Growing What I Eat. How you doing? How you doing? So I'm a sucker for a pretty face, right? So I went and saw inside the Callahan's, and y'all saw the video of supporting your local shops, because Callahan's is a local feed and not necessarily pet store. It's a livestock store. Hello, Maria. Okay, she's just saying hello. So I saw some pigeons in there. Angela Calloway, how you doing? I saw some pigeons in there that I have never seen before. Now let me look it up and tell you what they are, because I don't want you to ask me, because I've looked at this video several times and I can't remember what I looked at. Let me see. Because these pigeons are considered the I'm sorry, I missed somebody. Diary of a Fat. Oh, y'all are talking to each other. They're considered the aristocratic chickens of the chicken of not chickens. They're the aristocrat pigeons of the Pigeon Society. I'm trying to find it. I can't find it. Y'all gonna have to forgive me. I don't remember the name of these pigeons, but they look like they look like a lady with a big old hat on, a big old shawl. You know, we wore those wraps around our necks, the fur wraps years ago. So I got them. I said, shoot, I just made a little bit of money. I spent more than I made, but you know what? I don't care. Here they are. Aren't they cute? Let me see if I can get you a good look. See them? See them right there? I think they're so beautiful. Here, I'm gonna open this thing up. They're not used to me yet, but I got rid of my turkeys and I got something. Probably they say they're very calm, but I don't know. Let me put this stand up so I can try to get one out so I'll get a good look. They're looking at me. Hopefully I got a boy and a girl, because they couldn't tell me. It's like no guarantees, man. We don't know what it is. We don't know the difference between boys and girls, right? So I thought the guy was just messing with me, because some people will buy livestock from you, and then if it turns out to be a rooster, they mad at you. I know that I was mad at somebody because they sold me a rooster, but I think he did it on purpose. So the guy would not tell me. Sorry, y'all, forgive me. I'm trying to open this stand. The guy would not tell me if it was a male or female. And then I looked it up, and then I realized that he was telling the truth, because you can't tell the difference. You just have to look at their mannerisms. I looked at videos on these birds. Let's see if I get one out. All right. Oh, Lord. Calm down. Calm down. Okay. Let me get his foot and its wing. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I love pretty things. Here's the face, because most of the time people can't get a picture of their face. Whoa, 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 whoa. Come on, baby. Come on. I ain't trying to hurt you, but you're going to hurt yourself. All right, now that it slapped me upside my head several times, try to get this thing right. I wanted y'all to get a good look at them because they're so cute. They're so cute. I'm work on them getting used to me picking them up. I gotta get a lock for this thing. Look at it. It don't slap my neck. I look like Yosemite Sam. So y'all know I got quail here, right? Some of these quail, I put them outside because they needed some sunlight. It was getting bad in there. And y'all know that I got a million things to do. The reason why I haven't been on the live is because I've been putting that fence back up. Did I tell you the story of the fence? Now, this is why I do things myself. I don't hire people out a lot. And on the video that's coming will tell you, well, I'm just gonna tell you right now. They wanted over $5 grand to do that back fence. The lady who called me, I don't know if they was trying to scam me or not, because it seemed like a scam to me. $5 grand for just that back fence. I told her no. She wanted me to get $2,600. I was like, I don't have $2,600 to you. I ain't tell her I was gonna put it up myself, but I'm surely putting it up myself. I ain't putting up no new fence, putting up the same fence. I flipped it to their side. And the last time we split the cost, I think it was, I forget how much it was, but it wasn't that much. And I think it was $800 last time. The last time we put up that fence, we split the cost, right? And I paid $8 and she paid $8. Man, I was like, you know what? I think that she was trying to get me to pay for the whole thing. I really do. There's no way half was $2,600. No way. I was like, they think they got a stupid lady here. I'm flipping that fence. I did it myself. I've been doing it for past couple of weeks. And when I looked at the Be Unstoppable, how you doing? And when I looked at the way they did the fence, because the 2x4s that was holding it up they were janky. It was a janky setup. They were using a bunch of spare wood and all kind of stuff. So I'm sorry I missed somebody. Welcome. I just didn't see it in time. So it was janky. So I've been putting them things up by myself. My family told me don't do it. Go and call somebody and get somebody to help me and whatnot. You know how people say they'll be unstoppable. I was just saying hello, busy lady. How you doing? So you know how people say they're gonna come and help you. After a while, you just have to do it yourself, because you'll be waiting on them till doomsday. Diary of a Fat Girl. I can't stand people getting over. That's why I love YouTube University. You find how to do things. Yeah. Well, I've had fences fall down. It's been happening to me since I moved here. And that was 20 years ago. I was a lot younger then, right? It's a good thing I garden. Shoot. I use leverage. I flip it. You know, have y'all ever flipped a tire? They used to make us flip tires. You squat down, you flip it. That's what I'm doing with them panels. I flip it back up to the right side after I get those 2x4s up. And I've been, not nailing and screwing it up on their side. So if it falls down, it's her problem. And then I'm gonna take my side and I'm gonna run some weld wire on the other side. I was like, $2,600? Anyway, that's not what the video is about. This is why I do a lot of things for myself, and I suggest that you do too. We're paying too much for everything, and everybody seems like they trying to get over, especially that $60 for a dozen eggs. My mama told me, now this was a couple of weeks ago. No, it's a couple of days ago. She told me that in New York, they're selling eggs by the each. You could buy them $1 an egg at the bodega. I call it the corner store. I don't know where she started. She started getting, real fancy with it, talking about bodega. We called it corner store when I was a kid. So, I gotta turn my hat up because I can't see y'all. So, $2,600, $60 for everything is going up, and everybody is trying to make everybody else, but how do I say it? Pad their pockets. 2,600. I said no to the no. So what's been going on here? I have a lot of plants since I've been putting up the fence, and I've been running around selling, eggs, and all kind of things have happened. But I've been doing a lot of things, and I'm gonna show you around. Nino and Lo. Oh, okay, that's Nino and Lo. They're putting something up. So let me show you my slips, because I think I'm gonna plant the slips in the same place I did last year. These are the regular sweet potatoes, and these are the purple sweet potatoes. See that there are less roots there? I gotta put some more water in here, and there are more roots here. See that? And all I do is I put them in some soil, and then shoot, I don't even have to put them in soil. If you buy organic potato, slips will start coming up by themselves. This ain't in nothing. It's just sitting on the table in the sunlight. People buying slips, I think it's a waste of money. Buy an organic sweet potato and sit it in some sunlight. More sweet potatoes for you. I got to get more sweet potatoes. That's, potatoes, a lot of people grow vegetables, and potatoes are a survival food. Even though some people, they're not good for us. It's not good for us to eat a lot, but they are a survival food. It makes up a complete meal. Some people say don't eat a lot of starch, and I understand that if you're a diabetic or you're almost a diabetic, I can understand that completely. But when it comes to calories and caloric intake, you need fat, you need meat, and you need starch. So that's just me. And you need, of course, fruits and vegetables. So let me show you what's going on out here. Do I have a thing in there? I believe this is some kind of squash. This is butternut squash. Sometimes I tell you, I don't always succeed. I planted butternut squash in each one of these pots, and only one of them came up. So I planted it again. And here goes another one. I'm putting this on. I'm using it as a thing. Love regular potatoes, trying to get into sweet potatoes. I have regular potatoes here that I haven't planted. None of my potatoes are in the ground. And they're going to go right back out there, because that garden, I don't want to get knocked off, but in the gated area, that stuff is not doing, everything's bolting. It's turning into flowers. So I'm going to do what I do. I'm going to replant. I'm going to dig that stuff up and plant my potatoes. Use it for something. These are the lime seeds that I found in the yard from that lime tree out in the back. They all come up. I'm wondering what's behind me, and I forget the quail are out here. This is a Virginia sweet tomato. Got to get that in the ground quick, because it's going to get hot here. This one says sorrel. Sorrel didn't do well for me here. This got to be another sorrel right here. I have plants everywhere. So, if something doesn't grow for me, I go ahead and replant. So this says melon, right? But these are not melon seeds that come up. If you look on the other side, Jamerica, you're going to see okra. I took my okra seeds, and I believe this is motherland okra, because my melon seeds, I didn't think they were coming up, and now they are behind the okra. Do you plant your potatoes in the ground? Yes. I plant them in the ground. And I got clay soil. They ain't supposed to grow well out here, but they are. They're growing. They're growing. This is marshmallow root. And I'm starting a little herb garden over here. I'll get to that in a minute. So all of this has to be repotted. This is sugar baby watermelons. Let me put this thing up so I don't have to hold this thing. Sorry. Y'all forgive me. All right. Now that I got y'all up, it's a lot better for me. So this is corn. This was just an experiment. I just wanted to see if the seed snail roll worked, and it definitely does. But this is corn, right? That's how I started. That was my first seed snail roll. This is the one I did on camera. This is Swiss chard, bitter melon. Bitter melon is, I use it as an herb. Bitter melon keeps your blood bitter. Look it up. Bitter melon. I don't use the melon. I use the leaves, and it's called Sirisi tea. Homestead Rachel, how you doing? So we use the leaves and we make a tea out of it, and it just check it out. We call it clean out. Use the leaves. It's called Sirisi tea. If you use the leaves in the tea, that didn't work out. Let me see. So I have so many things here. Let me move this open. This is a magnolia. I also got this from Amazon. I got about 3 of them for like $20. Angela Calloway. Oh, she's just saying hello. That's a magnolia tree. I'll put that in the ground. They say these smell really good. I think Mississippi is the magnolia state, right? Okay, and what else? I got so much stuff going on. I got yellow squash. It's getting all tangled up, which is right here. And you know, I told you that everything doesn't work out for me. I put more than 2 seeds in here. I put more than 2 seeds in here, and only, I got 2, so I'm gonna plant these. I gotta get this table cleaned off because I got more plants in the house. I stopped planting because I'm running out of room. This is Cushaw. Now I'm happy about this. Cushaw, look at it. It gotta come out. It's looking raggedy. Raggedy! But it's here. I'm just gonna give y'all a rundown of the immediate area because out there I'll lose connection. So this is Cushaw. Just break that off. Make it look decent for y'all. Right? What are you? This one. I didn't know what kind of seed this was, right? So I just put squash and put a question mark because it looked like a squash seed, but I don't know what it is. So it's like, this is why you should mark your seeds. Sometimes I harvest seeds and I don't put the name down immediately. Do it immediately, especially if you like me and forget. So it says squash question mark. So I'll plant it. It'll eventually tell me what it is. Canary melon. Glad I'm pulling these out. Look. Uh-oh, I pulled somebody out. Pulled one out. I put one in and pulled one out. This is a watermelon that I just pulled out. So let me see where I'm gonna put her back. Oh, and that's a Yamada cream. Oh no. That's a Yamada cream right there. Put her back in cover her back up. Okay. So these are all, this is melon and who is that? Okay. This is okra and melon. Butternut. Let me see what this is. Oh, so I have a whole bunch of this because I put it in a seed snail roll, right? This is sugar cane. Sugar cane is easy to grow, y'all. Look, and it needs to be upplanted. Look at all them roots coming out the bottom. This is sugar cane. There's only 4 of them here, so I was like, oh no, that's not enough. So I went wild with it, right? And I said, well, I know that everything grows in a seed snail roll, right? So I went ahead and did another snail roll. Why, Jamerica? Why? This don't belong here. Where I find you at? Where did I get you from? That's what happens when you have a bunch of plants. You forget where stuff goes. So I did this times 3. These are all sugar cane. All of them. If you want something to grow, go ahead and look at some seed snail roll videos. You don't necessarily have to watch mine. Or you can watch anybody's. Look at that. Look at the bottom roots. They work. And the plants grow faster. If you want something to germinate real quick, go ahead and do a seed snail roll. Rosetta Monique, how you doing? So this is sugar cane. Let's see what you are. Oh, God. Did I mark you? I should have marked you. Did your marking come on? Okay, I believe this is Cushaw. It's getting ready to fall out the bottom, so let me hold it on the bottom. Because I didn't think I had enough, so I planted some more. You gotta hold it from the bottom. You might lose your whole plant, your whole planter. There's no bottom on these things. And this right here, these are my tomatoes. See that one right there? These are my tomatoes. I'm not gonna pull it out because they look like they want to fall out. Another thing I bought on the Amazing store, I think, I'm pretty sure it's because that's the only place I shop. They work, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stick with you. Elderberry cups. They sent me 1, 2, 3, 4, and all of them are germinating. It doesn't look like it, but if you look real close, they're all germinating. See that? So now I have elderberry. I'm not putting these in the ground. I have put my elderberry in the ground before, and they did not fare well. So they're going to be in a pot. They're going to be a potted plant. A big pot, but they're going to be a potted plant. And then I have my peppers right here. There's too much water in this thing. It's been raining here too. Rainy season here. Let me move you over. I'm sorry if I missed somebody. I'm just trying to show everybody what's going on in Jamerica's little, patio area. These are all, what is this? Virginia sweet. I already talked about this. All right. Don't do this. What I did, I gotta laugh at myself sometimes. What I did, I had this great idea, right? So I found out, y'all don't need to look at my junk. I found out that, what's wrong with that fan? I found out that microgreen seeds are just regular seeds that we harvest early. So I went and bought some kale microgreens, right? Man, I've been planting microgreens like a mad woman. And I still got this much left. This is thousands of them. I'm gonna try to get in as many as I can. I am. These are my flowers. I didn't do well with the flowers, but they seem to still be coming up. See, there's some little ones down here. Let's see. See the little ones coming up? And I just took them Dollar Tree flower seeds and I just put a whole bunch of them in here because it looked like I put a tomato seed in here though. Because these two look like tomatoes, and it's not beyond me to replant. Some seeds do not germinate like the rest of the seeds. Some are slow bloomers. And if something doesn't grow in here, I reuse my soil. So this is probably 2 tomatoes that came up late. But the rest of them are flowers. This is a grape. Don't get stuck, honey. The muscadine grape. Move y'all out. I was out of frame, wasn't I? This is a muscadine grape that I bought from TSC. It was just a little itty bitty thing, and see how quickly they grow. I got 2 out there. When I put that arch up, I bought 3. I buy in 3s. Because I always think that maybe one is going to pass away. I hate to say it when I'm holding a plant, but the muscadines are doing very well. As a matter of fact, all of the grapes are doing well. The only thing that didn't do well for me, and I found out that it doesn't do well here in Texas, is raspberries. My raspberries, they didn't do anything. They were doing something before I planted them, but now they're gone. Blackberries, however, are doing really well. And here's my blackberries. Blackberry, wait a minute. This is a raspberry. Oh, I got one. This is a raspberry. I hope so, because we've been warned. There's only certain types of raspberries that grow here in Texas because it gets too hot. We grow them real easy up in New York. They got thorns on them, and I was gonna put them along the back fence, but then I found out they don't do well in our soil. So I'm gonna put it in a big old pot, and I'm gonna put it somewhere where the sun doesn't kiss it because it gets really hot here. What are you? Now I'm concerned. This one here, okay, this is a blackberry here, and these are trailing plants. They're already starting to mess with each other, and they already have berries on them. See it? Blackberries. Got it from Dollar Tree. These were bare roots. Those bare roots. Some people asked. I had one lady stop me in one of the big box stores because I was buying bare roots. What box store? You could either go to Wally World, TSC. Where else? I think this one came from TSC, Tractor Supply. How you doing? That's my art. And look, it's already putting out berries. It's never gonna go in the clay soil though, because I know it won't make it. Every time I put a blackberry or a raspberry or any kind of berry in the ground here in Texas, it ends up looking like this. I can't wait to retire. Who is this? Eris Essing? So you can garden? Yeah. I was gardening though while I was retiring because I planted everything in this yard. And I did it on the weekends. Took me a long time though. But here, this is what it looked like. This is probably a raspberry. I can't take it back because I threw the tag away. I talked to the manager at TSC yesterday, and he was like, as long as, I said, I don't have my receipt because some of my peach trees didn't make it, my bare roots. And he says, as long as you have, you have a tag, I can take it back and exchange it for something else. So, I don't know. I'll leave this one in here for a couple more weeks. Maybe something will happen. Maybe it won't. I only buy it when it's sprouting, but it sprouted and then it, it dried up. It's not for a lack of water, though. And there's more than one of them here. What are you? So I see some with some flowers. This is a blackberry. What are you? What are you? That's blackberry. So I got 2 raspberries and 2 blackberries that made it. Oh my goodness, I am so happy. All right. This is agave. If you plant agave and you are in a desert area, agave is not going to pass away on you, and it's going to put off pups. And this will stick you and it hurts. They're nice though. They make I think they make the vodka out of agave, but they're like aloe vera. They put off pups. And a lot of trees do that. A lot of tropical trees do that, like pygmy palms and all that stuff. They grow pups on the side, and it'll just keep on spreading. As a matter of fact, there's still 2 there. I'm looking at them. So agave is nice, and it's desert. It's drought tolerant. It's got water in it, but it doesn't need much. It's a desert plant. It doesn't need much to survive. So agave, if you see it, go ahead and get it up, unless you're up north, because it's not cold tolerant. I don't think it's very cold tolerant. So this one I think was in the greenhouse. These are grape cuttings that my neighbor made. I pray that I can keep them alive, because she gave them to me and they were looking good. And I see a couple of them don't look right anymore. I pray that I'm gonna pot this. I'm gonna pot them. Can't let that happen. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one don't look too good down here, and this one don't look good either. 2 of them don't look good. So I need to do this today, because I don't like wasting stuff, and I like white grapes, believe it or not. That is the sound of a male, I want to say coaching so bad, quail. These quail look so horrible. They've been beating each other up. I put them outside so they get some air, because good looking ones are still in the greenhouse. But the older ones, man, they look like they've been through the mill. Anyway, I try. I can't help it. I can't help it if they beat each other up. So one thing that I don't want to buy anymore are sweet peppers, bell peppers. So I planted a whole bunch of them. And I could put these in the ground, but I put them, oh, finally my video uploaded. Thank you, YouTube. I put these in pots because I don't want to have to replant them. Now, peppers, believe it or not, are perennials. You could have them for a long time. I have some over there. They look bad, but they're like 4 years old, which is why I'm planting new ones, because I think I'm going to let them go after this year. I'm going to see what they can do this year. I'm going to give them some fertilizer, see what they can do, and then I'm going to just use these. I'm going to just go on and use some new ones. But these are bell peppers. Bell peppers are running in Texas. They're 79 cents. So I could only imagine how much they are in other states, because Texas is pretty inexpensive. Let me put this here so this door don't hit the camera. Pretty inexpensive. So if they're 79 cents, a bell pepper, go ahead and plant your bell peppers. Get them. Let's snip that off. I see a fruit coming. I don't want no fruit. I want it to concentrate on growing. People will tell you to do this too. Snip off the top. Snip off any fruit. This thing is too small to have fruit. It's like a preteen having a baby. Go ahead and take that off. So these are my bell peppers. And then another type of plant I've been buying these now. These are tissue culture. Can you please advise on growing moringa for the first time? Yeah. So you get the moringa seeds, you soak the seed for about 8 hours, right? I have a moringa around here somewhere. And plant it. Tequila, that's what agave, yes, agave makes tequila, yeah. So you soak the seeds for moringa, soak the seeds. Because some people say crack it. I don't crack it. I just soak it for 8 hours. Hello, Jamerica in the chat. Bar Brownie, how you doing? Did 2 snail rolls March 18 with, oh, all right. I know they're doing well. So soak the moringa seeds for about 8 hours. I don't crack mine, and then I just plant them. Here's one right here. One that I put in the greenhouse. You'll have a million of them. And supposedly they come back. Mine haven't come back yet, the ones that the winter got. But they're saying, people are telling me that they'll come back up. Last year I had some that got bit by the sun, and they came back. How you doing, Shawnee? 2003. So so last year I got some that got bit by the sun. They died back, and they came back right back up out of the ground. I see this little thing. It's annoying me. This is a moringa. Again, soak it for 6 to 8 hours and just get some potting soil, pot it up in your house, and they'll all start popping up. They don't take long either. You'll be looking like, hello, the educated natural. How you doing? Welcome. They'll start popping up, and you'll be like, just when you're about to give up, they'll start popping up. Just keep on watering them. I have some moringa seed. Well, soak them, and plant them, and you'll have a moringa tree. You will. Plant it with Gigi. How you doing? So another thing I want to talk about is tissue culture. If you cannot find, especially with figs, tissue culture, I had tissue culture of a lot of things. A lot of things I bought with tissue culture. This is LSU gold. I could not find an LSU gold here in Texas or in my area. I found an LSU purple. These things grow fast. Super fast. Initially, you're going to get them and they're going to look like a little itty bitty thing. Let me see if I can find one. They grow so fast that I don't think I have one here. But they're going to come in this little itty bitty pod. I have a video on it. And in about a month, 2, I say 3 months, they'll probably look like this. And you can get figs. I got 3 for like $22, LSU golds, or maybe 4. Sometimes it's 3, sometimes it's 4. You got to check on the Amazing store. Mine all germinated. Where should I plant them? In a ground or a large pot? If it's moringa, you could do either one. Mine, I'm in Texas though. So, and I have clay soil. So if it's cold where you are, Well, you ain't gonna have a choice because moringa gets super tall. The ones that I planted last year got about 20 feet high. So, I mean, unless you got vaulted ceilings that high, you're gonna have to leave them outside. From what I've been told, because last year was the first year that I planted moringa, that they will go all the way to the ground, and then they'll come back up. But I haven't seen mine come up back up yet, so I'm not a believer yet. That's what I hear. So tissue culture, you'll get 3 to 4 plants for under, I say under $26, and it's usually figs. Figs. I got my figs like that. I got my, what else did I get? My kiwi plant. Um, a lot of things came like that. A lot of my stuff came like that. Really small, and then I just kept it in the house until it got big. By the way, I brought these in the house in the wintertime. I did not let them stay out here. They're too small to fight like those big plants. The big figs, you can leave them outside, but little ones like this, don't let them sit outside. If you buy tissue culture, keep them in the house under some light. Thank you, Angela Calloway. I know they're nice, and I don't take credit for these. These are tissue culture. Tissue culture works, especially with figs, especially. So you're in zone 8B, Central Alabama. You should be okay. I have them in pots and in the ground. The ones in the ground, they ain't come back up yet. I ain't go over there and look yet though, so we'll see. Yeah, you're about the same as me. I'm in zone 9A. Wow, they get that tall? Yeah, and they get that tall in a couple of months because I planted those last spring, and by fall, 20 feet high, just straight up, all the way up. So here are the figs. The next thing is this thing. I had to move this out of my way. What is this thing called? Dragon fruit. Dragon fruit is a cactus. I got to get some cactus mix for it because it's not doing well. Don't put this near you. Don't put this near you. This thing has thorns on it. See that? Those are thorns. This thing was scratching me up. But you could break off a piece and stick it in the ground and it'll grow. It's real easy to propagate. As a matter of fact, you don't have to stick it in the ground. You can stick it in some water, like we used to do the avocados on, or like I'm doing those slips. They'll get roots, and then you just pot them up, and they'll be just fine. I recommend you don't use what I use though, because there's cactus mix for plants. That's what this is, a cactus. I don't put them in the ground either. They stay in pots. What else do I have here? I don't think I have anything else. Let's go into this nasty because it's dusty. Because I had to put some dust down for my some diatomaceous earth down for my quail. This is an avocado seed that I planted from seed, and I got to take it out of here because it's hitting. There's 2 of them in here, and they're hitting the top of the greenhouse. So they're as tall as me. They're about 5'5" right now, and they were planted last year in the spring from seed. My other ones that I was talking about so badly, they seem to be coming back. Let me go out there and show you. This is a Hass avocado that is coming back from the bottom. And this is a Hass avocado. This is a Hass avocado that I bought that is coming back. So if the stems are still green on your plants, they are just fine. They'll come back. There's grass in here. This is a I want to say peach so bad, but it's not a peach. A mango tree that I planted from seed. Mango trees get really big though. Humongous. They're like oak trees. You know, oak trees get really big and or pecan trees that take up a lot of space. That's how those things get. So if you don't have a lot of land, I don't know. I might sell mine off because I don't have that much land, and it's going to take up a lot of space. Let's go up in here. I have the fan on because the flies came in here to visit my quail. Okay, so I already showed you this right here, which is the avocado seeds that I planted from seed. This is Barbados cherry. Barbados cherry also gets super, super big. Let me take you outside so you can see how tall this thing is. I'll stand next to it because it's going outside of the greenhouse. There's two of them in here, by the way. Barbados cherry gets really tall, and it has pink flowers on it. It's really pretty. I gotta put it outside though. Now if I could get out of here. Now that I got in, how am I gonna get out, huh? I don't want to fall on my poor little quail. They don't deserve to go out like that. I'm getting dirty. The rest of these are orange, or not orange. They are lemon trees. Most of them are Myers lemon, but I have one that is not. It's what is it? Imperial lemon. It's the one that has the green. My hands are dirty. I'm sorry, y'all. They're green and green and yellow. They're real pretty. It's so strange. You used to be able to find all kind of lemon trees, different kind of lemon trees at the big box stores, and now all you can find is those Myers lemon. I don't know if they're trying to trick us, y'all, because they might have no seeds in them. But it's okay. If you get a plant that has no seeds, if you have a citrus or any fruit for that matter that is in the same family that has seeds, if they cross-pollinate, the seedless one will start to will have fruit that has seeds in it, and then you go ahead and plant. That's where you get around it. I don't know. Maybe they're doing that with chickens. Maybe they're going to make them all sterile. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. My strawberries are out there in that little I bought a little pool for my chickens. See that pool out there, the little blue pool? That pool is full of strawberries, and it has strawberries in it. So I think, oh, there was one more thing. I'm starting an herb garden right here. So this, I didn't grow this from seed. I didn't grow this from seed. I got it from the supermarket, and this is chocolate mint, and it smells so good. As a matter of fact, I was saying I bought that because I said I can't grow mint, and then all of my peppermint came up that have to be upplanted. Don't put this in the ground, by the way. My mother made a mistake and put peppermint in the ground. Took over her entire yard. Everything. So these are gonna go in pots. There's a whole bunch of them in here because I was like, they're not growing. So I just got frustrated and threw a bunch of seeds in here. Well, apparently they do grow. I don't know what was wrong with the first batch. Or maybe sometimes when stuff doesn't germinate, it's the soil. But here's a peppermint. Whole bunch of them. And then, oh, this is my little herb tray. Okay. This is cilantro. Both of these. Cilantro, go ahead and crack the seeds and then plant them. And then they'll grow faster for you. Or they'll grow for you. Because mine wouldn't grow until somebody, look at it, snails everywhere. Snail everywhere. So there we are, cilantro. Cilantro is not that expensive at the store. But the peppermint is. And another thing that I grew from seed is sage. These are babies and they need to be upplanted, but yeah, sage will grow for you. A lot of the stuff that we buy from the supermarket for $1.75, cheapest, you know what I mean? You could grow them from seed for almost nothing. These are Dollar Tree seeds. And Dollar Tree, y'all know they sell them for $1.25, right? Those seeds work. This from Dollar Tree. These are Dollar Tree seeds. So is that cilantro. The peppermint is not. That's from Walmart. This is basil. What are you? Oh, tomatillos. I gotta get these in the ground. Tomatillos, y'all. Yay! I forgot about planting them last year. This is basil. Basil. Plant your basil next to your tomatoes. Plant near everything. Bugs don't like basil. Most bugs don't. Now, if you plant dill next to your stuff, you're going to have bugs around, on, and on the dill. Because dill apparently they like. But this stuff, I have never, in 2 years, I have never seen any bug anywhere near these basil plants. They don't like it. And they smell so good. You brush up on them and oh my God, they smell so, I love the smell of basil. And if you're a little nauseous, just take one leaf and chew it and it might go away. I ain't a doctor, but I'm just telling you from experience. If I don't feel too good in the morning and my stomach is upset, I go ahead and pinch off one of these basil leaves and I'm good to go. It works for me, but I'm not a doctor. I'm not telling you what to do. So I think we've covered everything on the table. This, what are you? This is this oregano? Yeah, this is oregano, and this is lemongrass, also known as fever grass in Jamaica. Now, a lot of the Chinese people, they use the roots. A lot of Americans use the roots. Jamaica, we harvest this, the brush, and we make it. We use it as tea. I don't know how lemongrass is. I know that the lemongrass stalks in the supermarket, two little stalks, over $2, maybe three now. And I'm not paying it, and I don't use it like that anyway. I want the leaves. I tried initially before I bought the seeds and I got it to grow. I tried to take the little stalks that they had at the supermarket and tried to propagate them, and it didn't work. So then I went and ordered some of the seeds, and I think I got it from M.I. Gardener, and they gave me some extra seeds because they said that lemongrass is hard to germinate. I didn't have that experience. Mine came up. Maybe it's because I keep it in the house. And they came up, and that plant, this is year 2. It's a grass, so it's gonna keep growing. I need to up pot it. I put the pot into a pot, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it out of that, all the grass out of that pot, and I'm gonna repot it into that pot. And then I'll have lemongrass because it never dies. It's a grass. It doesn't pass away unless you leave it outside. And I put it in the greenhouse last year. The reason why it's so brown is because it was really hard for me to water everything in that greenhouse. But most of the stuff made it. I think I had maybe one plant didn't make it. Maybe the rest of them are good. So that this thing, because I was agonizing over greenhouses for a long time. This little thing from Walmart, it's a lifesaver. I have another one that I wanted to put up, but I haven't do. I put it in that tough shed over there, the tough shed of no return. I got a lot of projects to do. a lot of stuff to do. The main priority is finishing that right there, because I have dogs. I have big dogs, and they got children back there, and I don't want no mishap. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish the fence off. I'm gonna knock the rest of the fence down. Jamerica is just strong. I'm strong. Jamerica's strong. I don't look strong, but I am. I'm gonna knock the rest of the fence out. I'm gonna flip the rest of it. I got more 2x4s over there. I'm gonna finish off that fence. I'm gonna put it back up, and I'm gonna put it up better than they did it. And I'm a woman. Just because you might not feel like you can do something, it's okay to use lemon tree. Is it okay to? Oh, can you post that again? I can't see it. Can you post it again? The last person who posted. Just because someone tells you, first of all, never let anybody tell you you can't do anything. Try. Don't go out there and hurt yourself, but at least try. My family telling me don't go out there, and then nobody show up to help me. I was like, you know what? Forget y'all. Jamerica, you are hilarious. Barb Brown. I was like, shoot, they told me, they gonna tell me what I can't do, but they say, oh yeah, I'll be there. And then, when it comes to work, that's when you find out with real ones, because they don't show up. Maybe, and they'll probably show up after it's all done. That's when they'll show up. But I did, 8 panels already? And I only got like 7 more. I could do it if I did half. I did that, I think, in one day. If I could do that in one day, I get that fence back up. And I didn't spend much. I spent maybe, instead of spending $2,600 for half, because she showed me, I still looked at that bill. I kept on looking at it like, your eyes crossing. You're like, I can't believe this bill is that much. Man, shoot, I'll put that stuff up by myself. I'll put it up. If somebody shows up, that's cool. But by the time they show up, I'll probably be done. It's okay to use lemon tree leaves for tea and lemonade. Doris Owens. I've heard that, but I've never done it, so I can't say. I've heard that on another, I forget who it was. I've heard of people doing it, but I haven't done it. I'd have to look that up because I don't want to tell you do something and the leaves turn out to be poisonous. I do know that lemongrass, a whole country is doing that that I know of. My family is Jamaican, and that is fever grass, and that's what we use for tea. I asked my cousin who lives in Jamaica. She's a Jamaican national. She never came to this country. Um, I said, well, what is it good for? She said it just tastes good. Lemongrass. I don't know about lemon trees. I don't know about the lemon leaves and all that stuff, but it might be. Who knows? I can't tell you. But it's possible. Maybe you can ask another gardener about that. I don't use my leaves. There is another one that I wanted to try, pine needle tea. That's what I want to try because I keep on hearing about it, and I hear it's really good for your respiratory system. So I'll go out there to the woods, to the wilderness where there's plenty of pine trees. We got pine trees in Texas, in the hill country. You just go out there and get some pine needles, see what happens. So I've showed you everything I wanted to show you. Mainly, I wanted to show you my birdie wordies. DIY the lemon leaves for tea. Dry the lemon tree. Okay, full circle chicks saying, yeah, you can use them. I don't know though. I haven't done it. I just wanted to show you my pretty birdies. Hopefully it's a boy and a girl. They're social animals, so I had to buy at least two. These birds, my chickens are giving me trouble. I didn't show you these the rat pack. Let me show you them because so you see that? You see that? You see that garden in there? Right? There's my chickens, right? Chickens eat vegetables. As a matter of fact, I recommend if you have chickens, don't just give them feed. Feed them stuff from your garden. Give them some grass every now and then. Some people say it gives them sauerkraut. I haven't had that experience because I don't give them grass normally. I give them the vegetables that have bolted in my yard. I throw that in there, and I think that's what one of these lazy hens just laid an egg right in the middle of the yard. It's a Wyandotte. Them Wyandottes are just. I couldn't turn it around because he was having his morning fill of sex with the chicken. This rooster's a trip. But yeah, like one of these lazy Wyandottes laid an egg right there in the ground. Right there. I'll show you. Chickens are a trip. You think that chickens would lay in their nest? No. Move that though. No. Let me get it before I step on it. Yesterday I stepped on one. They're like ducks, some of them. Ducks lay everywhere. That's why I can get ducks. There it is. And it's $1 egg in New York. It's getting ready to be $1 egg here. The way people are buying up fertilized eggs, they can start a business. If that's a good business to get in by the way, people are going to start selling chickens because you can't find them at the stores no more. People are 78. No, it's not 78. He wants he wants 10 dozen. There's 120 eggs. I got 5, so I'll get another 5 by the time he needs them. Hopefully, I'll give him what I can get, what I got. Look at that, laying right in the middle of y'all. This Wyandottes. This is one of the ones I'm gonna sell him. Did you like? Oh no, I didn't. Thank you, full circle chicken. Did not. I'm not worried about them coming out, but I'm worried about something else getting in. Thank you so much. So that's it for me. I just wanted to check in with you guys because I know I went ghost, but it's not for a lack of trying. I have a video. Apparently it just uploaded now that I'm live. That's the way things work. I'll see if it's on there. Maybe it's scheduled for later on, but I just wanted to talk to you all about gardening, about getting your own stuff, and telling you that other people are doing it. They're buying up everything. So y'all take care of yourself because how are the dogs in their cages? Are the dogs in their cages? No, they're in the house. I don't lock them up a lot. As a matter of fact, that's another reason why I'm trying to fix the fence, because I want them to be able to roam around. Now that I have the garden already gated in, they won't tramp through it and they can run around the yard. I don't like keeping animals caged in. I don't put them in cages. Now they're in here. When the chickens go to sleep, they're in there for a couple to go to the bathroom, and then they have that little gated area on the other side. But I only put them out there when they have to go to the bathroom. It's way too hot out here in Texas. It's actually they'll fine you and take away your dogs, and they probably won't let you get another dog. They're animal lovers out here in Texas. I'm an animal lover also. It's way too hot out here for you to leave your dogs out. So they're in the house, probably sleeping. Anyway, this is Jamerica with Jamerica Life. Y'all go ahead and get what you can get, even if you ain't supposed to get it. Quail. Quail lay every day. Chickens lay almost every day. Grow a little bit, even if it's in this windowsill. Do what you got to do to survive, because there are other people who are doing it. They're doing it and they're buying it all up, and they're going to sell it back to us for $60 an egg. Thanks for sharing your knowledge, Jamerica. We appreciate Angela Calloway. Thank you. This is Jamerica with Jamerica Life. I thank everybody for being with me, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Go ahead and get yourself together, all right? Don't be afraid. Ignore people and do what you got to do. Bye, y'all.